Hey, hello, my name is Bill, and today I'm going to show you how to make white bean chili with chicken. I always like these kind of recipes. It took me a while to put this together, but I think this is probably about the best version I've ever come up with. And I woke up this morning, didn't know what to cook on the video, and it's a dreary, rainy, 70-degree day in Florida, so we're all dressed and warm. That sounds pretty funny. But we're going to make some white bean chili, and let's get started. This is a really quick and easy recipe. Basically, I've got 4 tablespoons of olive oil and a yellow onion in here that I'm sauteing. Just want to start to get a little color and softening on the onion. And it's just about there. Okay, starting to get a little brown on the edges. And to it, I'm just going to add, I've got a couple jalapenos that I sliced up. I don't slice them all the way to the stem because that's where all the seeds are. You can add or subtract as much for a little jalapeno as you want. Just want to get these in here just to start softening up. This is the kind of dish you kind of throw together at the last minute, like I am this morning. Amazing what I keep in the pantry for last minute stuff like this. Alright, the jalapenos are starting to give off a little heat. Actually, as long as there aren't seeds and veins, they're really more like green peppers, a little spicy green pepper. Okay. I also have here a little can of diced green chilies for a little flavor. I think it adds a little color and a little flavor. It's going to mix in nicely because they're kind of all chopped up, machine chopped. So stir that in, let some of that flavor come out. Alright. Now for the fun part, I'm going to turn it down just a little bit because I'm adding flour. So I've got a heaping 1/4 cup of flour. Just going to mix this in here. It's going to start to look real funny. Just mix it as best you can. I want that flour to kind of cook, get that raw taste out of it. Makes everything look kind of like mush, not like this. Now I've got a tablespoon of cumin and some fresh ground pepper I'm going to throw in. Once again, I want to release the flavor of that cumin. The flour's kind of cooked. It only takes like a minute for the flour to cook down. And the cumin smells really good right now. Yeah. Pot's a little toasty. Everything looks good. So all I'm going to do is I got a box of stock here, and I'm going to start adding it a little at a time. This is 32 ounces. But once again, this is unsalted chicken stock. I like the unsalted, lower sodium. Starting to mix real well. So now I've got it turning into more of a paste. Exactly what I want. Pot staying nice and toasty. Like I said, just don't pour it in too fast. We don't want to lose the heat. just have to be brave enough to put this together. It's really simple, and some people have a hard time with roux. You know, they're afraid of them being lumpy. Most of these recipes, you know, as long as you cook the flour a little bit and you keep it hot and you add the liquid slow, you're not going to have any problems. I know myself making like white sauces and things, I used to always be real nervous. I think I'd have to whisk everything to keep it getting lumpy. And ultimately, when you start cooking this stuff down, even if there were lumps, it would probably cook out. So I've got about almost 3/4 of this in here already. It's got a nice little simmer to it. It smells really great. I like the taste of cumin. That's why I put it in my guacamole. Check out that recipe too. At this point, we want to slow down a little bit. Make sure we keep the thickening as best we can. Still want to see some little bubbles going on. If it cools down too much and you stop seeing bubbles, just stir a little bit, stop adding, and you'll feel it starting to thicken up again. I see no lumps, so we're doing pretty good. So all that flour and cumin now has been nicely blended with the stock. Cumin gives it some pretty color too. It's almost like a curry, a little darker. So I'm just going to stir this a little bit. Just getting back, it's a nice simmer. It's nice and thick. You always tell the thickness, it should kind of coat your spoon. And this wooden spatula is probably older than I am, but it's great getting the corners. You can't dish up with it, unfortunately, because it's flat. I do like to stir with it. So again, we got a little simmer going on here. I'm wearing my favorite shirt. Do you need help with cooking? Okay. Alright, we're just about there. About a half cup left in here. Toss it in. So this is enough to make like 4 good bowls of chili. It's funny because we cooked the onions, they've kind of disappeared in here. The chilies are still floating around here. I got little jalapeno rings. I sliced the jalapenos real thin, but all the oil from the jalapeno is obviously cooked into the sauce, so they're, you know, worry about biting into jalapenos. Basically at this point, this is where we've got all our stock in, got the flour, the cumin all mixing together. Just need it to cook for about 2 minutes just to get it nice and incorporated and thick. While that's happening. So the other thing is, I need like 1.5 cups, 2 cups of chicken, and I had some leftover chicken. This has just been kind of fork shredded. You could use it for enchiladas, you could use it for anything. This does have a little bit of kind of Southwest seasoning to it. It's not going to hurt a thing. I've actually used, leftover hot wings. You just peel the skin off and take the meat off the bone. That'll work too. You can literally use whatever you have lying around. I like to save this stuff, put it in the freezer for a rainy day like today. Oh yeah, this looks beautiful. So you want your broth to be thick, but it's not going to be thick like gravy because we're adding so much to it, and you still want it to be more like a little bit more like a soup. All right, this is probably, like I said, you want 1.5 cups, 2 cups. This is, I'm sure, 2 cups. That's fine. I want to put a 1/2 cup of chicken back in the freezer again. Just want to get that nice and heated through. Oh yeah. Chicken's perfect. So, not least, this is white bean chili, so I need some beans. Grab. I got 3 cans of Great Northern beans. Now I like to rinse and drain these so that they don't have the juice from the can, and that can kind of thicken it up, a little overkill. And I just don't like the flavor. I want the flavor of the chicken and everything, not the flavor of the juice in the beans. So I'm going to add these 3 cans of Great Northern beans in here. Let's back in the sink before I drip all over everything. I've got everything well incorporated. You're going to see when I dish this up, now it looks really thick and really good. Literally, as long as you keep the fire hot and nothing, and everything's, not frozen or too cold, it'll maintain a nice temperature in here. And this is the kind of thing, it's always great to eat. Put it in the refrigerator, get it out. It'd be even better for the next meal. Oh yeah, that just looks lovely. Ugh. At least I love my own cooking. I eat it all the time. Like 365 days a year. I'm such a good cook, I don't even like going out to eat. Okay. So this is all nice and heated through. Chicken's all nice and warm. The beans are soaking up the juice real nice. And I think shredded chicken, if you are looking to make this, one of the other options is you can buy like one of those roaster chickens at the grocery store and tear the meat off and throw it in here. It'll certainly work just as well. This happened to be all white meat, which I kind of like, but I've made it with the roasted chickens also. It's just as good. Okay, we're ready to some of this up. Place here. So how I like to do this, I've got my chili. Out the heat because it's really hot. I'm going to put just a little pinch of cheese on top of here. It'll melt in there really quickly. A little teeny dollop of sour cream just to cool down your mouth. Kind of a refreshing kind of creaminess to it. And for me, I just have to put just a little splash of some good medium salsa, nice chunky salsa on it. And that's what I call a beautiful white bean chili. You can see from the color that it's absolutely beautiful. And this is really great. So like always, I want you to enjoy it. Please comment, please subscribe, and find yourself a nice bottle of a French Chardonnay to drink with this, and you'll be just happy. You need a white wine that's going to kind of stand up to the flavor of the chili, that cumin. But hope you enjoy it. Have a great day.